As most of you know, one of my most beloved of guilty pleasures is horrible and hideous bootlegs of Dragon Ball figures. Over the last 2 or 3 years, certain particularly alarming specimens of this type have been popping up all over Mexico and making their way onto eBay auctions, forums, and our hearts. Or maybe just mine. Now, a bit of background. The Dragon Ball bootlegs of Mexico are famous for their large-scale Dragon Ball AF figures. But there have been many more than just the AF figures in Mexico's output of bootleg DB toys. Some of these have been real treasures. Just check out this Omega Shenron, without question one of the best Omega Shenron figures ever made. Others, of course, have been crap. The Nappa is adorable, but Raditz? Holy shit. But there are two that I think sit somewhere in the middle of these two extremes. Check out Mexican bootleg Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks. Now, Goten and Trunks do have one little gimmick. They each come with another head of their respective non-Super Saiyan forms. I've tried on multiple occasions to switch the heads, but it takes a lot of force, and all I've ever succeeded in doing was nearly pulling off the hair pieces. So I just put the two heads aside and try to forget about them as best I can. Articulation? Limited, but fine. Heads, arms, and waist. Paint? It's grotesque. Sculpting? Elongated and freakish. Quality control? What quality control? WTF factor? Well over 9,000. So the plus side? These just so happen to be the largest Goten and Trunks figures that I own. And because they are of the same crappy type of style, they do look kinda great together in their own way. I love the yellow squishy hair. I love how accurate Trunks' boots manage to be despite it all. I love Goten's little sleeves. Overall, I do love the sculpting on these. They're funny, they're charming, and above all, it's always wonderful to see original sculpts in bootlegs, no matter how bad they are. You know, it's one thing to make cheap copies of Super Battle Collection figures, but it's quite another to try and produce an original, albeit completely unlicensed little series of your own. I have to love the spirit of that. For most people, these figures are not what you want. They are not worth your time, and they are not worth your money. However, if you seek to collect the more odd and obscure Dragon Ball items of the world, then keep your eyes on eBay for these guys when they do pop up. Once again, this has been Old Fan. I hope that you've enjoyed this look at Mexican bootleg Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks. I will be back with more Dragon Ball toy reviews very soon. All the best, and bye for now.
All of this by Old Fan.